We are now looking at articles 40, 41, and 43. Looking at excluded players, team fouls when we get to penalty, and free throw, how to follow the procedures for that. Now, looking at an excluded player, it's important to know that an excluded player is different than a disqualified player. An excluded player is permitted to sit on the bench. That's when they committed 5 fouls and no longer entitled to play. So when that situation occurs, the referee lets the coach know that the player has 5 fouls, so that way they bring in a sub. You don't want a situation where you don't tell them it's 5 fouls, and then they check in later in the game. So you notify the coach, and then the coach has up to 30 seconds to have a sub. If they do not have a sub ready for you, and as it says, quickly as possible, and there's a delay of the game, then a timeout may be charged to that team. If they have no timeouts left, then we have a technical foul for delaying the game, and it'll be entered as B, which is an indirect technical foul to the coach. The player, and this occurs in pretty much adult leagues, a player head coach can exist, which means the player has 5 fouls. They are excluded player, but can continue as a head coach for their team. A foul by a player who has previously committed 5 fouls is considered as an excluded player's foul and is charged and entered on the score sheet against the head coach under the category B. So indirect technical foul to coach. In the 2 interpretations in the FIBA rulebook, it covers when a player does something like pushing someone or verbally abuses a referee. In both cases, it's a technical to the coach as B1 because the player is excluded, but they're also part of the bench, so they still can be penalized, which then comes into play on when does someone get disqualified. So starting with a head coach that committed 2 technical fouls, C category, which is direct, because of personal unsportsmanlike behavior, or 3 technical fouls, either all of them being B, indirect, or at least one of them being C, direct, shall be informed of game disqualification by the timer, who will raise the game disqualification marker. So 2 things. 1, if they're disqualified, they have to leave the team bench area. 2, this is what a GD marker looks like. That will be raised by the scorekeepers. Now, anyone that's disqualified, whether it's a player, substitute, head coach, assistant coach, excluded player, or a company delegation member, must leave the game immediately, taking no more than 30 seconds, 30 seconds being the sweet spot, and shall go to and remain in the team's dressing room for the duration of the game, or they shall leave the building. So that's their options. You don't want them delaying the game. As soon as they're disqualified, they must leave, and anyone can be disqualified. For a player to be disqualified, there's a couple of outcomes they can have. Either a player commits 2 technical fouls or 2 unsportsmanlike fouls, or 1 unsportsmanlike foul and 1 technical foul, shall be informed of the game disqualification by the timer, who shall raise the game disqualification marker. So any combination of those, they are disqualified and have to leave the game, cannot sit in the team bench area, or they get a disqualifying foul charged to them. Now, when we're looking at penalty situation, we have to define team fouls. Team foul is a personal, technical, unsportsmanlike, or disqualifying foul committed by a player. And remember our definition, a player is someone that's on the court and entitled to play. If there is a conduct from the bench, then that does not count towards the team fouls. A team is in the team foul penalty situation after it's committed 4 team fouls in a quarter. Now, if we have team fouls committed in the interval of play, it will be considered as being committed in the following quarter or overtime. So it gets passed to the next quarter we're starting. And all team fouls committed in each overtime shall be considered as being committed in the 4th quarter, because fouls carry over into overtime. You don't start off zeros on the team foul. And if you forget, interval of play is the 20 minutes before the start of the game, the 2 minutes between the 1st and 2nd quarter and 3rd and 4th quarter, and the halftime of 15 minutes between the 2nd and 3rd quarter. When a team is in the team foul penalty situation, all following player personal fouls committed on a player not in the act of shooting shall be penalized by 2 free throws instead of a throw-in. The player on whom the foul was committed shall attempt the free throws. Now, there's situations where they might not be shooting those 2 free throws, which we'll look at a little bit later. If we have a personal foul committed by a player of the team in control of the live ball, or of the team entitled to the ball, such a foul shall be penalized by a throw-in for the opponents. What that means is team control fouls. So if you are on offense and you commit a foul through an illegal screen or charge, then the defensive team does not go shoot penalty on that. Now when we look at free throws, a free throw is an opportunity given to a player to score 1 point uncontested from a position behind the free throw line and inside the semicircle. A set of free throws is defined as all free throws and possible following possession of the ball, resulting from a single foul penalty. This is what I said we will get to, where the person fouled might not be the one shooting the free throws. And in these scenarios, that will occur. So when a personal, an unsportsmanlike, or disqualifying contact foul is committed, the free throws shall be awarded as follows. The player who was fouled shall attempt the free throws. If that player is designated to be substituted, the free throws shall be attempted before the substitution. Now, if this player must leave the game due to injury, having committed 5 fouls, or has been disqualified, which we could see in a fight or being pushed after, committing their 5th foul, then the substitute shall attempt the free throws. If there's no substitute available, any teammate as designated by the head coach shall attempt those free throws. Now, when we have a technical or disqualifying non-contact foul that is committed, any member of the opponent's team as designated by the head coach shall attempt the free throws. Because like it shows here, these are non-contact, so no one was fouled in these situations, so anyone can shoot. Now, the free throw shooter shall take position behind the free throw line and inside the semicircle, so they can't go shoot a 3-pointer for the free throw. Use any method to shoot a free throw in such a way that the ball enters the basket from above or the ball touches the ring. Release the ball within 5 seconds after it has been placed at the disposal of the referee. You don't see this often, but you only have 5 seconds to shoot the free throw after it's at your disposal. Not touch the free throw line or enter the restricted area until the ball has entered the basket or has touched the ring, and you cannot fake a free throw, which would be like a pump fake. The player in the free throw rebounding places shall be entitled to occupy alternating positions in these spaces, which are considered to be 1 meter in depth, which you can see in this diagram. During the free throws, these players shall not occupy free throw rebound places to which they are not entitled to, enter the restricted area, the neutral zone, or leave the free throw rebound place until the ball has left the hands of the free throw shooter. Remember, this is referring to the people on the lane line, so that's A1, B1, A2, B2, and B3. They have to wait for the release of the ball from the free throw shooter, and they can't do things to distract the free throw shooter by their actions. Now that we've looked at the free throw shooter and the people at the rebound places, we're looking at the rest of the players. And those players will remain behind the free throw line extended and behind the 3-point goal line until the free throw ends, which means when the ball hits the rim, then they can enter. Now they can leave those spaces. So it's when the free throw ends. During a free throw to be followed by another set of free throws or by a throw-in, all players shall remain behind the free throw line extended and behind the 3-point goal line. And this is for situations of a technical foul, disqualification foul, and unsportsmanlike foul, where players don't need to line up. There will be a throw-in coming in, or there could be a set of free throws after which they can line up for. If we have an infraction of any of the articles we just went over, then these are the penalty outcomes. If the free throw is successful and the violation is committed by the free throw shooter, the point shall not count. The ball shall be awarded to the opponents for a throw-in from the free throw line extended unless there is a further free throws, or possession penalty to be administered. If the free throw is successful and the violation is committed by any player other than the free throw shooter, the point shall count, the violation shall be disregarded. In the case of a last free throw, the ball shall be awarded to the opponents for a throw-in from any place behind that team's end line. And don't forget, we have a whistle, so as much as the violations are disregarded, once the ball leaves the hand of the free throw shooter, we blow the whistle. Acknowledge that there was a violation, however it wasn't by the free throw shooter on that successful shot, we count the basket. Now, if a free throw is not successful and the violation is committed by a free throw shooter or the teammate on the last free throw, the ball shall be awarded to the opponents for a throw-in from their free throw line extended unless that team is entitled to further possession. An opponent of the free throw shooter, a substitute free throw shall be awarded to the free throw shooter, Or if both teams on the last free throw violate, we have a jump ball situation. Now, the two interpretations will probably cover some people's questions about different scenarios that could occur. One of them is A1 attempts the last free throw. None of the Team B players occupy the free throw rebound places to which they're entitled to. Well, that's fine. During the free throws, the players may occupy only the rebound places to which they're entitled to. If they decide not to occupy those rebound places, they shall remain behind the free throw line extended and behind the three-point line until the free throw ends. This scenario is rare, but it is something they can do. They do not have to occupy the rebound places on a free throw. They're only allowed to use the ones entitled to, and if they choose not to use them, they do not have to use them. This next scenario could qualify for a commonly mistaken rule, where we have B2 enters the restricted area before the ball has left A1's hands on a last free throw, which means we have a B2 violation. And then A1's free throw misses the ring. So now we have additionally a shooter violation. Some people think the shooter violation takes precedent over any other violations, but in FIBA, if both B2, so the Team B, and Team A violate, regardless of who they are, a shooter or just a player in the rebound space or the three-point line space, is a free throw violation by both and a jump ball situation occurs. So one doesn't take priority over the other. If a player from both teams violate on a free throw, it is a jump ball situation.